Namaste to one and all. Welcome to my channel. Today I thought to share some information about the COVID related facts. I referred several sites and watched several TV channels, and from that what information I got, that I am passing to you, that only. And here one happy news about COVID is that Israel has reached the post-COVID world. That is, it is moving into a post-COVID world. That is, it was mandatory to use the mask, but now the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has declared that the public that even they can remove the mask in the open places, but indoors, the malls, shops, etc., they have to use. That means that majority, why it happened? Because majority of the, more than half of the adult people had vaccinated. That is why that compulsory, that norm has been changed. So it is very happy news that at least one country is moving towards a post-COVID world. Post-COVID world. We have learned about post-First World War, post-Second World War. That way we are also expecting that type of world. Without fear we have to live. And here I want to tell you that is this Israel become, and at the same time he has, the Prime Minister has warned that the virus may come back, virus can return, and it is the world's earliest and fastest rollouts in the world. And so all the countries who are suffering from the COVID also expecting that type of a movement. So what all things we have to do? Today, earlier we used to say SMS sanitization, using of mask and social distancing. Now two more things are there. Earlier also we had that, but you know that, but it's in the practical way, vaccination. So it is SMS vaccination and open doors and windows. Suppose you are in a closed room, you know, it is a more possibility. I think that several months back, as Japan has made this type of invention. First of all, you know that it can transmit, this virus can transmit through the air. So airborne transmission is very dangerous. If the droplets, you know, that at least we can minimize. But through the air, when COVID person is there, it is easier to transmit. That is why this mask, proper use of mask is very important. Sanitization, you use soap, and social distancing. Not 1 meter or 2 meter, more than that 6 meter. At least you keep, or 6 feet also they say. But anyway, you know that as far as possible, we should, all of us should take one out that from me, that disease should not pass to somebody else. From somebody else, it should not pass to me. That way, we themselves have to think about it. Most often, we have seen that simply the people are complaining against the government. Whether it is the state government or the central government, they are taking their role to control the pandemic. It is pandemic, the epidemic which moves from one country to another country, isn't it? So instead of complaining against authorities, we have to take part. We have to take part how to combat against the COVID. How we can combat against the COVID. So at present, we are more talking about the vaccination. India is concerned, we are using two important vaccines, that is Covishield and Covaxin. What about the Covishield? Both the Covishield and the Covaxin should be kept 2 to 8 degrees Celsius temperature. And this Covishield, it is the UK origin, developed in UK. It is by Oxford, that is AstraZeneca, that is a name. But in the local name, what is given in our country, that is Covishield. So it is AstraZeneca, that is that medicine's name, vaccine's name, and it is locally named as a Covishield. It is manufactured locally by Serum Institute of India, SII, that Serum Institute of India, the world's largest vaccine manufacturer. Really, that is a gift to the Indians, as the company has started that along with the Serum Institute of India. And so made from, how it has been made? It is made from weakened version version of a common cold virus known as an adenovirus from chimpanzees. That is how it has been manufactured. It has been modified to look more like coronavirus, but although it is not working as it cannot cause illness. That is the thing. And yes, about the Covaxin, it is made up of killed coronavirus, and it is manufactured in the National Institute, that is India's National Institute of Virology, that is locally made by the pharma, the company which we call them as Bharat Biotech. This is the name of that particular institute, Bharat Biotech. It is produced in India. And what about, and nowadays we can see a rush to the to take the vaccines, and I came to understand that like wheat or rice, we cannot store it. Yes, when it is manufactured, that an expiry period is that within the expiry period it should be used. And another thing is that it is kept in vials. Covishield is kept in a vial 10 doses and Covaxin 20 doses. When it is opened and started vaccination, suppose 16 people only came to take the Covaxin, you know that the 4 should be taken within 4 hours itself. That is after the opening of that particular container, particular vial, that is the word vial, you know that the 20 should be used, otherwise it should be discarded. That is one of the most important thing we should remember about it. That is a wastage of vaccine. That we hear about always, wastage of vaccine. It should be used. So we cannot preserve it for several days. Once it is opened, we have to make use of it. So what is the thing we have to give? We have to give proper information to the public that where the vaccination is taking place, how it is. Then come to the first dose and the second dose. Then after the first dose starts, what is happening after the first dose? After the first dose, 6 to 12 weeks. That is, first it has written after 4 weeks the second dose should be taken. But in case of the Covishield, it tells that it should be taken after 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. And when I referred, I came to understand one more fact that it can be 6 to 12 weeks. So this should be taken after in between 6 to 12 weeks the second dose, because it tells about the trial has done, that is a suggestion given it. And so after the first dose, what will happen? Yes, if it is Covaxin also, and in Covaxin I found that it should be taken after 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, that way. But anyway, understand that yes, once more, several times I referred, from there I came to understand this difference. Covaxin should be taken earlier, but Covishield, this enough time is there, up to 12 or at least up to 8 weeks are there. So yesterday's and day before yesterday's, we have seen that the people are becoming nervous without getting the second dose. So this is a message I want to give you, that time is there about the Covishield. Anyway, in India, earlier we had taken, in Kerala we had taken the Covishield. And this time I am telling you that I have also taken the second dose 2 days back. Anyway, here, then second dose, what about the first dose? First dose starts the process of producing antibodies and building up protection. Yes, it started to produce antibodies and building up protection, whatever it is, Covishield or Covaxin. And this second dose works towards the reinforcing the protection produced after the first dose. So it is already producing a protection and is reinforcing. Yes, we used to take the class, or you are teaching something to students, or we are reminding some important thing to the people or family members, and after all when the just reaching the time, you know that you will tell once more, yes, you don't forget to do that, don't forget to do that, do that way. That is reinforcing. So these antibodies are reinforcing. So you know that the second dose substance then reinforces protection produced after the first dose, and second dose substantially strengthens immunity and increases the rate of effectiveness for the same. So it is strengthening the effectiveness and immunity. And while we look around the world, it is said that after first dose, 65% of the people got immunity, and the second dose, 92% of the people got immunity. That is the information. I told you all this information I collected from various media, various sites, that way. Anyway, yes, then A third vaccine also has been approved for the use in India, that is Russia's Sputnik. Sputnik, that remember what is the name of the word Sputnik, isn't it? That is a space shuttle used by Russia earlier, first one. Then works in the way, this is also working in the same way as Covishield, that is AstraZeneca, Oxford AstraZeneca. Yes. Then approvals will be given to vaccines made of Pfizer, that is BioNTech, and Moderna. Then we can familiarize with some of the words used in here. That is jab. You know that the vaccination drive, jab drive. That way it says. What is jab? Jab is a British word used for vaccination. And also you have seen shot. Shot is a word used in the American English. And vaccine hesitancy. Yes. Because of the vaccine hesitancy, you know that what is vaccine hesitancy? People don't want to take vaccine. Why it happens? The thing is that all of us don't know what is after effect of vaccine, but we can see that the vaccine is made in different parts of the country after a several trial and error method. And it will lead to the humanity in a better condition to live. So, anyways, this is a COVID is a new disease. We don't know what will be the after effect. Anyway, at present, from the trial and error methods, we understood that these vaccines are protecting the person is more than, suppose a person who is having the tendency to attack by the COVID-19 about 100%, if you're taking vaccination, that is minimizing. Only 10 or 20% it is getting. That is the information what we are getting. So that is why we say this vaccine hesitancy should be removed. That is earlier in India, first of all, the health workers, the frontline health workers were given the priority to take the vaccination, and there also we can see some lagging. Only the thing is that people are not aware, or people were afraid of this. But the second wave is has emerged. People understood that anyway we have to escape. Something should be there to escape. That's the thing, isn't it? That's something people identified, that the vaccine. That is why the hesitancy is removed, but at the same time the demand increase triggered. That is why these days we are understanding that the vaccines are a shortage of vaccines. Then we can, there is vaccine, what is the wastage of vaccine? I told you earlier, there is expiry of vaccine is there, date is there, after all we cannot use, and after opening of a vial within 4 hours it should be taken, otherwise the remaining should be discarded. That I also told. Then Covaxin and Covaxin very much effective against a new variant. Yes, Covaxin and Covishield and both are very much effective toward new variant. What is a variant? We have seen the mutations. What happened to the mutation? Mutation means when a cell is dividing and change, you know that the DNA itself is changing. There is a new changes occur in that particular virus. So that is why first, suppose we have taken a vaccine, suppose we have taken a medicine to combat against it, but you know really medicine is not there properly, that we know, but it's something, you know, that if after all that if the DNA changes, that may not be applicable to, but for God's sake, the Covaxin and Covishield are even, these vaccines are also reliable to combat against the new variant. I told you the new variant, that is in the bio change, that means that it is the changes happens in the cell after the division, that is DNA changes, and that happens. That is why we say the new variant has come, because of the mutations, because of the changes, the DNA changes. So you know that this can be, even this new vaccines can be, this Covishield and Covaxin are also able to combat. So when I referred this is a fact, I got it, that is Covaxin, Covishield are very much effective against the new variant, and through the vaccination we are able to reduce severity of illness. Severity of illness and chances of hospitalization. Chance of hospitalization can be reduced, seriousness of illness can be reduced, and at the same time, it is our responsibility to have a herd immunity. Yes, herd immunity. That means that more than 60%, 70% of the people got vaccinated, then at least we can live without fear. But at the same time, I know that the pregnant women and also the children below 18 years are going on, yet we didn't find a solution for or a vaccine for them. Anyway, we can expect that it will also come soon. So when the herd immunity is occurred, we can live without that much fear against the COVID-19. That is the most important thing. That is, I told you, S, M, S and V. V is also important. So why I had taken this part? I had done 6 videos about the COVID as a project for the 10th standard CBSE, and so this can be as a 7th part. Not only for the 10th standard children, I am giving this as a message to the community, because I thought that something should be done to the public, as those who know about it, it should be conveyed to the people. And when just before I started to take this, I heard that from the loudspeakers of our panchayat, that is, I am from Chennamangalam Panchayat of Ernakulam district, that announcement is going on. Yes, that is a very good signal that from the center to state to the district level to the panchayats and municipalities, the authorities should give information to the public. Awareness should be given. Only the chief minister or the prime minister cannot give the entire information to the public. So we have the local self-government. Let the local self-government do their part also. As I heard it in the morning itself, that the announcement is going on about the social distancing, the sanitization, all these things. So we can expect that we are also moving towards a period of moving into a post-COVID world. And another important thing I want to tell you that these days we hear that we are having that much cases. Yes, we are having that much cases. Our population, understand that 135 crores, that is a population of 2021. That is, we know that. But if you compare to America, it is 33 crores. And we have trespassed. Our data, about 1 day's data, has overtaken the USA's data. That way we are listening the message. But understand that what is the population of India? What is the density of population of India? What is the density of population of Kerala? Take into account that we will fight against it, and we will achieve a place, not India alone, not Kerala alone, all over the world. People achieve a stage where we say one day, shortly, that that is post-COVID world. Yes, I hope you, at least I am able to convey a little message to you. Loga samasta sugino bhavantu.